Joined then by recruitment manager Adam Drew, just talking a bit about a pretty busy week recruitment-wise for you. First, we'll talk about the 3 players that you brought in last week. What was the thought process behind those 3?
Yeah, it's been a very hard start to the season. So many games crammed in early doors, and I think like many clubs, niggles all over the pitch really. So we've got a busy November, busy Christmas, some big games coming up. So we sat down with Ant and we just said, you know, Waldy's obviously struggled with his back. Billy Blanchie out. So it was a case of we felt that we needed reinforcement for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Thankfully, Ant backed us. That's probably the bottom line really. It was just about and making sure that we had good competition for places as well in that tough period, big games.
Obviously then, we'll talk about Brendan Shabani on loan for an initial month from Leyton Orient. What are we kind of expecting him to bring to the side over the next month? Obviously he's played on Tuesday night against Dulwich.
Yeah, that was his first start. I felt sorry for him because he come into the group and he come on at Maidstone when we were already 3-4-0 down, so I felt for him really his first time at this sort of level out on loan, although he'd been on loan in the league below. The thought process behind him, we was looking for another sort of holding midfielder, probably a little bit better on the ball than we've probably got. We're very fortunate we've got a really good relationship with Leyton Orient, and after conversations with them they were happy to let him out, and I think he'll be a big player for us in the next 4 to 6 weeks. I think he showed that on Tuesday. I thought he was excellent Tuesday in his first start. Got stuck in, got booked, but I thought he done really well, and the boys were, you know, they praised him highly after the game. You know, he screened in front of the back four superbly, used the ball well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table in the next 4 weeks while he's on loan with us.
Obviously moving on then, Charlie Hughes, a player that I think we tried to sign permanently in the summer, on loan from Wealdstone. What are you expecting him to bring to the side for the next kind of month or so?
Yeah, he feels like the one that got away on a couple of occasions now. We tried to sign him last summer before he went to Malden, so we were disappointed. We lost out to him then, and then in the summer again we were quite keen, but obviously he got a really good move to Wealdstone, and fair play to him, done really well at Malden last year, a big player for them. So again he was one of our targets. Hasn't really got much game time at Wealdstone, so spoke to Dean and they were looking to get him out, so it's like right time, right place for him, I think. Again, he started against Maidstone, was thrown into the fire, wasn't he, in a 6-0 defeat, but he worked his nuts off, and I think that's what we'll get from Charlie. He'll 110% every game, coming on Tuesday, scoring within 10 minutes of coming on, and it's just his work ethic, and he'll give us so much. Him and Wally will complement each other really. You know, they both bring different things to the table. So yeah, excited about it, Charlie, just because he's a player that we've sort of looked to get for the last year and a half. So yeah, buzzing he's coming, and hopefully he'll do well.
Obviously, then finally Jack Bridge, a player that non-league fans in Essex will know well in his time with Chelmsford, and you know, because of being a Southend fan yourself. You know, how did we manage to pull that one off, and what are you expecting him to bring to the side over the next potential full-time signing?
Yeah, so we got tipped off about Jack. We never thought that we'd be able to sort of bring in someone of his calibre, to be honest with you. You know, financially, we just thought we'd be miles apart. But someone tipped us off, and I spoke to Jack, and obviously he still has massive ambitions of staying full time. Obviously, finished the season with Carlisle, and he was at Northampton, and he was in Southend pre-season, but didn't quite work out, and he's not played. So you know, it took a bit of persuasion. Came in, started obviously against Maidstone, probably a little bit rusty for him because he hasn't played for so long. Missed out on Tuesday just because he was feeling it, but I think given time, you know, we could have a real gem on our hands, because we know how well he did for Chelmsford when he went on loan a couple of seasons ago, and you know, great pedigree, really, technically superb. So looking forward to seeing him settle in. It's going to take a bit of time with Jack. I think he realises that, and you know, his ambition is to go back into full-time football, and if we can help him along the way in achieving that, then we've done our job. But while he's here, he'll give us, he'll give us everything, and we'll look after him, and we've got a good player, and again, he's just going to take a bit of time, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table.
Perfect, thanks Adam, we'll switch you soon.
Thanks mate.